Yo, this is Rocky Garza with Sweep the League. Tell everyone we are back up. Wemby is coming to the San Antonio Spurs, and the Spurs are back.
You would have thought the Spurs were winning a title because everyone is honking on Commerce Street right now as if it was another Spurs win, which actually it was tonight. The NBA lottery happened. The San Antonio Spurs got the number 1 pick. We're going to get into a little bit of that, as well as Cowboy talk. And I gotta open up to Candice because she's back. I gotta open up to Candice about something, and she's the coolest woman that I know, one of the coolest women that I know, and I know she'll be okay with me opening up to her on something that happened recently. But this is Sweep the League. It's Rudy, it's Candice, it's Stats. It is the man, the myth, the legend himself. We only have him for like 5 minutes because he's on his way to Hills and Dales. It is the Rock himself, Rocky Garza Jr. Rock, how excited are you for the Spurs to get the number 1 pick, which turns into Victor Wembanyama?
Dude, today is the best day of my damn life. We are back. And even if we don't win I'm not saying we're going to win the final. I'm not that homer of a fan, but we are back. And I would have thought the Spurs would have got the first pick again. I was honestly telling everyone we were going to get the second pick, which I was cool with because, I love Scoot Henderson, but Victor Wembanyama, man, like San Antonio has not been this excited since the Spurs won a title in 2014. But dude, oh my God, I was on cloud 9. I probably blacked out for a good 5 minutes. Didn't know where I was because I was so surprised the Spurs got the first pick. I don't know about y'all, but like I thought we are gonna get like 5th. And I was like, all right, I guess we're going to go 5th, whatever. Spurs had bad luck. But, oh, my God, today is the best day of my life.
Is it higher than, maybe better than the day you get married or anything like that?
I mean, Rudy, if I had asked the whole team, when do y'all think I'm going to get married? I mean, I'm turning 27 at the end of this month. I would bet I'm not going to get married till I'm like 30, like late 30s or 40. I would bet. Like, I am single, Rudy.
We already have a poll on if you have a kid or not. So we need to get confirmation.
And I don't have any kids. Not that I know of, but I don't have any kids. That can go. And
who knows, Rock? You might find her at Hills and Dales tonight.
I mean, I could, but I am not getting married anytime soon. No, it's just I would bet if I had to make a really good bet, I would bet I'm not getting married till like 40 years old.
Can we make that bet today? We'll have it on podcast. We have it recorded, so we'll actually remember it. Can we make that bet? I say you're married by 36. You're married. I'll go 36.
Okay. Candice and Mark, what do y'all think?
I say you're 27 right now. I say let's do 34.
Ooh, she's going early.
Ooh, she took my pick. All right, just for the sake of different, I'll go 33.
33. Okay. I mean, I turned 27 at the end of the month, which is fine. I mean, I am kind of old. I feel old, but y'all are going to disagree. But I do feel old. But 33, I can take that. I mean, I feel like I'll be financially stable and be comfortable marrying someone.
See, now you lied to me because I figured that Candice and Stats were going to buy your bullshit about getting married late. That's why I took 37. They were probably saying like 38, 39. But now they're taking the younger. If you want my honest answer, I was around the 34, 35 mark. That would be my honest answer because I guarantee you tonight at Hills and Dales, what if you walk in and you see like the most gorgeous woman you've ever seen? She says hi. She says, I love the Horns. I love the Cowboys. I'm a huge Spurs fan. I am just diehard sports. Everything you could ever imagine, you would pass that up.
I'm giving her a kid tonight. No. Just kidding. No. But no, I would
Don't
talk
joke
to
like
them.
that. Don't joke like
Yeah,
that, man.
I don't want no kids right now. Just a disclaimer, as everyone, I do not want any kids right now. Please do not put that juju on me.
We're not putting anything on. You're the one that it came out of your mouth saying I'm going to give her a kid tonight.
It did. That's a joke. But whoever's listening, do not tweet me saying I hope you have a kid, King Rock. I do not want any little rocks right now or any marriages. No, I want to live a happy single life, do whatever I want, do stuff for Sweep the League, enjoy life, be necio. I want to do all that.
Well, to have
if
little
you did,
rocks.
would you name your child Wemby?
What would you name your child? Would it be Wemby? Or
Okay,
Victor?
so don't laugh at me. I low key want to name my kid after me because it'll be RG3.
Wow. Okay.
That'll be live. Would that not be cool?
Okay. So if they ever play football, they'll be good for 1 or 2 NFL games, and that's it.
Exactly. I mean,
That'd
maybe
be smart. Smart.
Hey, whoever's listening out here, hey, just know whoever I marry and blessed with kids, you're getting colored eyes.
And blessed with kids.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my God. See, this is the kind of shit we've been missing on the show, man. This is all this stuff here. Well, in order for you to have little rocks, you have to get your little rocks off. And we're hoping that little rock does stay in the pants because we know you don't want to be a dad tonight. Even though Wemby's in town now, you don't want to be a dad tonight. You don't want to celebrate like that.
Oh, no, 100%. The only thing I want tonight is some good vibes, some good food, which I'm about to eat here in a bit. I'm probably going to get like a good fat quesadilla here at a food truck that's right here, or some chicken tenders or wings. I mean, I don't know. That's the only thing I'm caring about right now. And I'm going to be waking up at 6 a.m. for work tomorrow, and I'm going to make it. So that's the only thing I'm worried about right now.
You just get one of everything, Rock.
Yeah, one of everything. We need to set the alarm.
I'm going to be at work tomorrow, and then I'm going to be counting down the days till I go on vacation, because I am going on vacation. And next Friday, I'm going on vacation for my birthday. So once next Friday at 2 p.m. hits, I am out.
There you go. Well, hopefully we'll talk to you before then, man. At least get you back on the show before then.
Oh, no. And I know I've been slacking and everyone's just busy, but I am so excited to be back on the show. It's always so fun to talk to y'all. And I mean, I just love being here.
Hey, sounds like you want to have a kid with me.
Come back too, It's a great night to come back.
Very good night. Very good night. We have to get the crew back. Rock, do you have more time or are you ready to go? Because I know you're hungry.
But before I go,
right.
I mean, I just want to say shout out to me and Candice linking up at the Sports Hall of Fame. Candice was acting up over here. I was like, damn, Candice, chill.
Let's see if I can get the story out of Candice tonight.
And she was flexing how many people she knew. I was like, all right, I thought I knew people, but Candice saying hi to every other person. I was like, okay, Candice, I get it. You're popular. I wouldn't know what to do, I was like, I get it, but whatever. And she was like double fisting too.
Well, I don't know if we can say that on the air, but okay, I guess so.
I mean, she was double fisting water, obviously, Rudy. Come on.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I saw that sneaky little Modelo in the picture you sent us.
That wasn't Candice's, though. That was Rock's.
That was Rock's.
Yeah.
I had the wine.
Candice gonna test. I was double fisting Modelo's. Candice gonna test.
Dude, Rock was like Modelo. He was on wine. He was like on everything, and I was like, dang. I wish I was like 27 again. I'm like, I had like headaches from like freaking a glass of Chardonnay.
And see, I did not wake up with a headache the next morning, Candice. I perfectly got home safe and sound. I even went to Pat O'Brien's after, Candice.
Oh my God.
Wow.
With some coworkers I will not name because obviously that's confidential, but I had a good time.
Did you hit the hurricane limit?
I did meet the hurricane. Me and the hurricane went face to face. But let's just say it was more of a Red Bull night, Mark.
Gotcha.
Wow, Red Bull. All right.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you made it out of the Hall of Fame ceremony great. And while you were drinking it up, I was with Stats, covering the missions game where I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty crazy. I've never heard this before. We had the fireworks ceremony at the end of the missions game. And I can't even remember the name of the song that was playing at the time, but it was a song that you just never would have expected. It was like Hero from here, Enrique Iglesias. Like, who the hell would play a song like that at a fireworks show? I mean, you just see like the fireworks going off, and it's a very slow song. It's very mellow, and I'm like, and I remember telling Stats like, are they really playing a song like this? Like, that has nothing to do with baseball, nothing to do with fireworks. I mean, it was literally Baby making music at the Mission's fireworks for whatever reason. No idea whatsoever. Rock, you want to give your quick Cowboy prediction? I know you got to go. And if you give me 17-0, I'm going to call bullshit.
Cowboy prediction, man. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I know I haven't been on to talk about the Cowboys draft. I do agree with your rating. Cowboys could have done way much better. I do not like the Mozzie Smith pick, but I mean I understand it kind of fits a need. I was hoping for Nolan Smith, honestly. But I feel like they got sniped because Dalton Kincaid went to the Bills. So I was like, oh, okay, I felt like Dalton was gonna be the pick. They had a good draft, but not the best. Cowboys schedule prediction, 10-7.
10-7. I can maybe get down with that. Maybe.
Yeah, 10-7. They're a wild card team. I mean, Cowboys are decent enough to make the wild card. Will they win the division? Hell no. Fuck no. The Eagles are winning the division right now. I will say that. I tested that. Not Redskins. Commanders are gonna suck ass. Giants, they'll be more better this year, but Cowboys 10-7. I mean, you still have a question with, who's going to produce outside of Cooks and Lamb. I mean, does Gallup come back? Who's going to be the hell of the tight end? Is it going to be Ferguson? Is he going to really, contribute right away? I mean, I love Ferguson. I love Hendershot. I mean, Shoemaker I hate that fucking pick, but that's another story. But, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but 10-7, they do have a very tough schedule. I saw all their games and I was like, God damn. But 10-7 to meet the wild card, and it's another first round edge skid. But it is what it is.
All right. So Rock's prediction is 10-7. All right, man. I know you got to go get your drink on, get your Wemby party on.
Of course. Much love to everyone. I love y'all, dog. Peace out.
Later, bro.
Take it easy, you.
All right, Candice. I want your whole Wemby hype here because you literally tweeted at us that you were nervous. You texted us you were about to throw up. I'm like, wow, it can't be that bad. But how nervous were you?
I was. I love the hype, I love the excitement of like that kind of, you just don't know what's going to happen type of situation. And so for me, like, when I grew up watching the Spurs, I grew up with like Duncan, Robinson. Obviously, I was like 7 or 8 during the draft pick for Duncan. I don't remember it, but
really, you were?
I was about 7 or 8. I'm
way older
sure
now.
like my dad and my brother watched it, but I don't know. I was playing with like dolls or something, and I just wasn't paying attention. But when it came to the actual like games and stuff, like I was watching it and I was watching Duncan. I mean, the first player, the Spurs player that I remember before Duncan was Vinny Del Negro.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like the first player I remember. So anyways, just for me, I just love it because my son is going to be able to grow up with that number 1 pick, kind of like how I grew up with that number 1 pick as well. So just hope, just kind of seeing like the, the franchise and the, dynasty kind of rebuild would be amazing. And, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to, June 22nd, when it comes for draft day, I mean, it'll make it official, but, I just can't wait to buy my son his Wemby jersey.
Wow, I'm in literal shock right now because I was 9 years old, roughly, or 8.5 when David Robinson was drafted.
Yep.
So you weren't even like Twinkle and your parents up there. And I graduated high school when Duncan was drafted. Oh my God, why am I so old? Yeah, I swear all y'all just make me get more gray hairs every single day just talking about this stuff. But
you fooled me, Rudy. I don't think you don't seem that old.
I am old, man. I am literally old. I'm ancient. Compared to you guys, I'm ancient, and that's pretty bad. That's bad. Stats, your reaction to the Wemby thing so we can get into some Cowboy talk because I love Cowboy talk.
Hey, let me just tell you, a lot of people were really jumping the gun on this one. I felt like there was a little too much already celebration for, getting the first pick. You saw the Wemby mural up on the wall.
Mhm.
San Antonio, I felt like was getting a little ahead on this because, nothing was set in stone just yet. But now that they have established, locked in that first round pick, the first pick of the draft, I think it's safe to say that they can start chanting Wemby now. And for the people who have concerns about him being a skinny twig, which he's a super skinny dude, but I mean, so was Giannis. For those of you who don't know, my team is the Milwaukee Bucks, and before Giannis became a beast, he was this skinny little pencil guy. So the Spurs will work on building up some size, and they'll work with his footwork and really help him improve. But Wemby's going to like a very good organization that knows how to develop players. So this city should be excited, man.
Pop stick around more years now.
Probably.
How many more years?
I could see like 2 more max.
2 more years. I think
At least
so.
as head coach.
I think so. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of good coaches out there right now. Budenholzer, Monty Williams. I mean,
Yeah, both
Well,
coaches were wrongly fired.
yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw the pop meme. I think Bleacher Report had it first. But basically it was like Pop running down like the hallway, and they're like
yeah.
on his way to the airport to pick up Wemby.
And that's the thing is now makes me wonder something. Do the Spurs basically tell Tony or convince Wemby's coaches like, hey, you need to shut him down for the year now? He still has more basketball to play over there. And that's the reason why he's not going to be at the draft combine, is because his season still goes on. But does that mean that Pop and the organization says, look, you mind shutting it down? You're coming to San Antonio. You're going to be the number 1 pick. No reason to get injured, and maybe, something happened. I wonder if we're going to end up seeing something like that happen. Well, not only that, Wemby does open up a lot of doors. Generational talent is what he's being called. I do see the videos on him. I see a lot of what everybody sees. I do have concerns. Injuries. I mean, that is the number 1 concern. At 7'4", there hasn't been a player that tall or taller that hasn't had injuries. Mark Eaton from way back in the day had back injuries. He was 7'4". Yao Ming, ankle injury, leg problems. He was 7'5". Manu Bol with back injuries and stuff. He was 7'7". George Mirasan, again, he had a lot of weight on him, but still, a lot of foot problems. So considering Wemby's had a couple of injuries already, I think it's going to be interesting to see how he holds up in the NBA. I'm excited for the San Antonio Spurs. I'm excited for San Antonio. As Spurs fans, we should be really excited. Enjoy the moment while he is here. And I just hope they surround him with, the team that needs to be successful. Spurs did get the number 1 pick. Victor Wembanyama will be on his way to San Antonio once the draft starts. Obviously, they will make him the number 1 pick, barring some kind of massive trade or just someone turning in the wrong ticket and it says something else and whatever happens. But nonetheless, this is Sweep the League. We are back. It's Candice, it's Stats, it's Rudy. Rock was here earlier. He's over at Hills and Dells getting his drink on. Is what he said earlier, Candice, is that correct grammar? More better? That's correct grammar, right? I don't think so.
I think it just sounds weird.
All right, I figured we would have got more good.
I would just say, better than.
I was gonna say better than is probably the way to go. Don't forget, Candice, I gotta ask you something that happened at the Missions game that I really want to bring up here. But Cowboy talk. So Candice is one of 2 major Cowboy fans and supporters on the show. We've got Lions fans, we have a Bucks fan, which I don't agree with, and we have a Falcon fan, which is the number 1 team in the NFC South, by the way. We're going to go into the games here. So, Stats, you want to read off the games? We'll give our predictions here for the Cowboy season 2023, and we'll see how it goes here.
All right, sounds good. Week 1, they have the New York Football Giants.
I'm going to give them a win there. I'll give them a win. Candice?
Yeah, I'll give him a win.
Win? Okay. So then I've got a win. I'm gonna write this down so we know the records here. I don't want Candice or Stats or anybody, saying, no, I said this game or I said this record. No. Okay, so win, Stats, what do you have?
I have a win as well.
Win. Okay, we'll go to game 2, which is the Jets, right? So Stats, what do you think?
I think they take an L there.
Candice.
I say a win.
She's gonna go with the perfect season. I give them an L because of Aaron Rodgers. Then they go to Arizona. I'm gonna start this one off. It's got to be a win. Cardinals are one of the worst teams in the league. So, Candice, win or loss?
Yeah, same. I'll do a win.
Win. Stats.
Wins all around.
We're going with the W's against Arizona. They are back home against the Patriots. Stats. How do you feel about that one?
I think they get the W.
Give them a W, Candice.
Yep, let's give him a win.
She's predicting the undefeated season.
Uh-oh.
Still.
Rudy, were you gonna go on this one?
I'm gonna go with the W on this one.
Wow.
I still don't believe in Mac Jones. I still don't believe in him. San Francisco, man. Candice, your old flame used to play in San Francisco. He's not there anymore.
We're not on talking terms right now.
What do you think?
I give him an L on this one, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna give them the L2 Stats.
L's all around.
L's all around. Now they stay on the West Coast. They go against the Chargers. I'm going to give them an L against the Chargers. 2-game losing streak.
Okay.
Candice, what do you have?
I see it's 50-50, so I'm just going to go with my gut instinct and say it's a win.
Win. Stats.
I think the Cowboys get the W as well.
W for them. All right, then they go on a bye week. Then they come back home to play the Los Angeles Rams. This is the one where I'm like, I don't know quite yet because Stafford, Cooper Kupp, defense is, it's not as good as it used to be. Give me the Cowboys to win that game. Candice?
Yep, I'll give him a W as well.
W as well. Stats.
Cowboys all the way on this one, man.
All right, Rams, so we're getting W's. Now,
they're not what they used to be.
They're going to Philadelphia week 9. Should I just mark L's all around? Or do one of y'all believe in the Cowboys?
Not for this one.
No. Put a capital L down.
L's. Everybody gives them an L. Then they come back home to play the Giants. Now, this is one where I'm like, okay, do they bounce back? I actually am going to give this to the Giants on that one. Candice, Giants, Cowboys, win or loss?
I'm going to go very detailed on this one. I think it's going to be a win, but by only a field goal.
Field goal. I'm going to mark that down here so we know that. Field goal, week 10. Okay, stats.
I'm going to give the Cowboys a W on this one. They're gonna get a beat down from the Eagles the week prior, and they're probably going to want to bounce back.
All right. And then they go to Carolina. Are we going to take all wins on this one?
Yeah, it's a win for me.
Win. Yeah. I'm getting a win there.
I forgot the Panthers were still in the league.
Yeah. They still have a team. Apparently
they still have a team.
Good thing is that the Falcons play them twice a year and the Bucs play them twice a year. So that should be 2 wins there. Yep. They get their first taste of the Washington Commanders. Candice, they're at home playing against the Commanders. Win or loss?
I say a win.
Okay, stats.
I'm going to give them a W as well.
I'll give them that W too. I will say that. At home, they go against Seattle. Candice, Seattle Cowboys. Which one?
I'll give them an L.
L, stats.
I'm going to give them a W.
W.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is a tough one for me. I don't know. I'm gonna give them the W on that one. Candice, Eagles and Boys in Dallas. Which one are we taking here?
All right. So I think we're going to get a win, but it's gonna be an upset. It's gonna be like super tight. It's literally gonna be by 1 point.
So you're going with a win for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Stats.
I'm gonna have to go with an L on this one. Their next 2 or 3 games are gonna be pretty rough for them. So This is the First of some L's.
I'm gonna give them the L there, and then I will go ahead and take the Buffalo game at Buffalo, and I will give them the L there. Candice,
Yeah, it's an L for me with Buffalo.
an L for you, okay? And stats.
No, they're not winning in Buffalo, man. They're my AFC team. They're not beating the Bills.
Now they go to Miami. Candice,
No, they're losing there too.
wow, okay. And then stats.
Yeah, they're gonna be drowning on Christmas Eve here.
So you're giving them
they're
the
taking
L.
an L. Yeah.
Well, I'm giving them the W in Miami.
Oh wow,
I think
good.
I think it's going to be. I think they're going to surprise people. They're going to surprise people in that Miami game. I pegged them as an L, but I'm going to give them that W there. Detroit.
Yeah.
Shemai and Derek, what are y'all taking? Detroit. Okay, they're taking Detroit. Candice, what are you going to do with the Cowboys and the Lions?
I'm gonna give it to the Cowboys.
Cowboys. All right, stats.
Cowboys are gonna tame the Lions.
Cowboys tame the Lions. I will say the Cowboys do win that game too. Last but not least, Washington again at Washington. Candice?
I say Cowboys win.
Cowboys win. Stats.
And Commanders are gonna come out with five. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Cowboys. Well, one of us has to do it, right? I'm gonna give them. I'll give them a W. I'll be nice this year. So that's the final predictions here. So Candice is sitting at 11-6 on her predictions. Stats is sitting at 12-5, right? No, is it? Yeah, 12-5.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I'm sitting at 10-7, just like Rock. Ideally, that should get them into the playoffs, you'd think, right?
There's no way they miss the playoffs.
No way they missed the playoffs. Okay, so
No way
only
they
one
missed the
team comes out
playoffs.
of the South. Are we agreements of that?
Mm-hmm.
One team, maybe, well, two teams maybe out of the West, San Francisco, Seattle, possibly.
Yeah. There's no way the Cowboys are going to miss the playoffs, though. That's for sure. This team is not that. They're too good for that.
You don't think they would miss the playoffs?
No, unless some devastating injury happened. I don't think the Cowboys will miss the playoffs, especially in the NFC. Man, the AFC is the conference that's stacked, but the NFC isn't really that stacked this season.
Yeah, I would say so. Okay. Honestly, I think there's a possibility you can get 3 NFC East teams into the playoffs this year. Again, I really do think that's possible.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah, the Giants are good enough. I don't know if the Giants really got that much better, but
They got a receiver,
yeah,
Jalen Hyatt, in the draft, something they needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say so. Well, Candice, how do you feel about your 11-6 prediction?
I feel it's fair. Yeah, it's typical. It's gonna be our year.
Every year, Candice. Every year. Every
She's
year.
checking off the list of the Cowboy fans cliches. This is our year.
I swear, the Spurs get Victor Wembanyama, and then it's the Cowboys' year. That's pretty typical. That's pretty typical.
No, but what I'm excited though, like this is something that I always did, when I watched, Cowboys and Spurs, was that like, football season was over, right? And then it's like, all right, now it's like focus on basketball season. So it's like, even if the Spurs, even if the Cowboys lose and they're out of the playoffs, I'm like, well, you know what? Time to watch the Spurs. So, yeah.
But that's like that's a very good optimistic mindset to have, though.
Yeah.
I like that. It's better than just beating yourself up with like a bottle or something and just being down. Just being down. It's like, no, I'll pick myself back up with the next team.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all about, and then
if the Cowboys,
it's baseball season, and then you're just like, you know what? Just pick a random team and just go for it.
and if the Cowboys are really sucking that bad, there's always Las Vegas. Your boy Jimmy G's over there.
Oh, I know.
I'm curious at how the Vegas schedule looks now that we're thinking. there's got to be a game where it's kind of like, okay, do they play
Although
Houston?
y'all are gonna laugh, and I'm mad at myself because I just realized this. I was at this event, and there was an auction item, and one of the auction items was a Vegas game, and I didn't realize
Oh.
I totally just realized that I did not bid on that, and I could have seen Jimmy G in person, live in color.
In here, I thought it was like a signed used game sock or something by Jimmy G. I was like,
if
oh,
I
that's
can,
good.
Jesus, if I can somehow work away now, obviously they don't play anywhere near Texas. I mean, I think the closest they get to Texas is Kansas City, maybe. I mean, they play Indianapolis on the 31st on New Year's Eve, Candice, and you can get tickets as low as $40.
Oh, well,
I mean, maybe
interesting.
if we for Christmas we can maybe all pull and buy, Candace a couple of tickets to see Jimmy G in Indianapolis.
Get some viewers to like donate some dollars.
Yeah, viewers to donate some, do a GoFundMe so Candace can propose to Jimmy G at Lucas Oil Stadium Field and see what Jimmy G says. Might be able to do that unless we send her to Vegas. Then we're all going as a team.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot more reasons to hang out in Vegas than Indianapolis.
Hey, October 15th, they play New England in Vegas. So, road trip maybe. That's one of the cheapest tickets. I mean, that I see.
Rent a car like Enterprise, or Enterprise, whatever. Not Enterprise.
Enterprise. Well, actually, no. The Chargers on December 14th is a Thursday night game. Tickets are as low as $168. I think we can manage that. The hotel room will be cheap in Vegas on a Thursday. So we'll figure out.
Right? We're gonna get like an STD in that room.
What the fuck?
What's Vegas?
How did we get in? How did we get from going to watch Jimmy G to STD? Oh my god!
Is that like a nickname or something? Or
wait a minute. So if we all did a party bus and we all, even our significant others, went to Vegas to watch the Raiders, you don't want to stay in a Vegas hotel because you're worried about STDs? I
am scared of hotels in general. Like, okay, there was an Inside Edition special and it talked about like how dirty some hotels are, and I'm traumatized. It's like
Blacklight
at a restaurant.
Oh no, Blacklight.
Yes, Blacklight. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So like, yeah, like my husband like does not like when we're at a hotel and stuff, he will not get under the sheets because it's so gross. Like he just
So where do you sleep?
On top of the sheets.
Wait a minute, I'm lost here. Like, wait a minute. Okay, so you leave the comforter and everything on, and you sleep on top.
Yeah.
Oh, like, okay. I was
you want the most like minimum or the most sheets to be between you and the mattress.
Okay.
Nasty.
Because I was like, wait a minute, you take everything off and you take the sheet off and you sleep under the sheet, like on the mattress? Because that's okay. Then you're talking STD farm.
That's the danger zone right there.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Should we invite Rock? Because then I think we're gonna lose Rock in Vegas if he was to go.
It's gonna be like the Hangover movie.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna call his dad. We fucked up. We don't know where he is.
We're gonna wake up in like the Raiders locker room like the next morning. Like what the heck happened?
I can already see.
Like you're still Jimmy G's like tiger or something.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh man. I would hate to make that phone call to Candice's husband. We don't know where Candice is. Apparently she's somewhere in Vegas. We just don't know where, like at all. That probably wouldn't go good at all. Well,
Candice just wakes up with like Jimmy G's cell phone like in her pocket. Like, wait, how did I get this? Wow. This is not my phone.
How is it that every time she's on, we try to cause trouble for her like all the time? And I've met her husband. We're cool, so at least he knows that we're cool and all. We're just messing around. We're not trying to get her in trouble at all. So, hey, so real quick, we're pretty much done here. We're gonna do a real quick show, but I have to bring this up now. I'm not embarrassing anybody here at all. You know, we are all family here. This is Sweep the League, and I want to bring something up to Candice's attention here because it was kind of funny that me and Stats were at the missions game, and I never realized that Stats has never met you in person ever. Never realized it until he's like, I've never met her. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yes, you have. Well, no, she was never at the studio. Okay. Well, you met her at, well, no, you weren't at the kettle drive. You weren't at the barbecue. You've never met Candice.
Yeah, we missed each other doing the Salvation Army stuff.
Oh yeah, I think like I showed up earlier, later, and then I think you had already gone or something.
Yeah. Or no, I think you went a week before, and then
Oh,
they
that's
went a
right,
week
that's right.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, where I'm getting at this part is I'm like, you've never met her? Like, no. And I remember I showed him a picture of you, me, and Rock, and the only words out of his mouth were, is she that short?
I was waiting for it.
I'm like,
Yes.
that's when I realized, like, you seriously haven't met her, right? Like, I've never met her. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, well, yeah, she's kind of short, a little bit. So I just had to bring that up to it.
I'm sure like there are like pedos that are like,
I told you. I told him the same thing at the missions game. Oh my God.
So it was great, Candice, because like every photo he showed me, I was like, is she getting shorter? Like, I
was like,
it was funny because I saw the picture with you and Rock at the Hall of Fame, and I was like, oh wow,
that's what it was.
Like, oh my gosh,
that's what it was.
Short. That was because that's what got it all started.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, she's so short. And then Rudy's like, oh, let me show you the picture with me, her, and Rock. He pulls it out, and I was like, oh my God.
I was like, and it freaked me out because I'm like, I thought you met her. Like, I've never met her. I'm like,
we've only just through the recording. That's it. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Well, it's gonna change because I think we're planning to get together, all of us, and we're gonna invite actually some of the listeners too. We're talking about maybe doing a missions game. They have like little gazebo type things, and I'm gonna talk to the missions and see if we can maybe get a kind of like a sweep the league type party there or something, and invite fans out there, have a few drinks, talk to Candice.
You can do a meet and greet.
Yeah, like a meet and greet, basically. Just kind of go out there. I'm gonna see if I can get Jeremy to let Candice or somebody throw out the first pitch. How would that be? That would be cool.
I'm down. I've played I was in softball leagues, but for work, nothing I was never serious.
Well, you have to throw it overhand. You can't throw it underhand.
I think I have. Yeah, I throw yeah, I have.
Yeah. Well, then I'll see if I can do the first pitch. Get Jeremy to let you do the first pitch one day or something, and you can represent us, and maybe he'll let us all in the field and all that kind of stuff. But needless to say,
I feel like Candice has a wicked pitch.
I'm freaking rookie of the year.
Torn ligaments and all, huh? Jesus. Well, and that's why I brought it up, because I thought it was funny. I'm just like, oh yeah, he's like, holy cow, is he that short? I'm like, yeah, you've never met her? I've never met her. I'm like, oh crap. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. I thought you knew the secret of Candice.
It was just it's just in the photos. When I started kind of paying more attention to the photo, I was like, oh wait a minute, is that how? Because I realized how much taller Rocky is, and I was like, wait, what? Maybe it's just the angle.
And Rocky and Stats are the same height.
Yeah, and then Rudy shows me other pictures. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, yeah, I showed him the picture of you, me, and Brad at the kettle.
Oh yeah, well yeah, Brad next to me.
Yeah, Brad is freaking 8 feet tall. I mean, compared to Candice, even with me, he's really tall. So I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, I was like, man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that at all. So needless to say, I may be the oldest out of the group, but I'm the tallest out of the group, with the exception of Shemai and Derek. But yeah, definitely I am the tallest out of the main group here at Sweep the League. But hey, we are done talking tonight. It was a quick show, about 40-minute show. We talked about Cowboys. and how abysmal their season's going to be. In my opinion, I gave them 10-7. Candice went 11-6. Rock went 10-7. Stats on the Cowboy bandwagon at 12-5.
You know, Cowboys fans, I may not be a Cowboys fan, but you know what, Cowboys fans, y'all should give me some props here for siding with y'all on this one.
Well, yeah, you got to side with somebody because your team's going to suck this year in Tampa Bay. So you got to have somebody.
Tampa's going to suck. Buffalo's not going to be bad, though. They're going to be good for a while.
Buffalo will be good. Yeah, Buffalo will be good. Candice, before we go, anything on Trader Joe's? Anything new? Did we try anything new?
the Trader Joe's update
we got
brought
the segment.
To you live.
Yeah, we got the Trader Joe's segment here.
No, but I'm very disappointed because I'm happy and disappointed at the same time.
Okay.
So I've been like without my wine, my mango seco, that I've been
Why'd you say it like that? Mango seco. You sounded like DJ Benga saying taco. Taco.
And so I've been without it for like, I think since like April. And apparently, so we went yesterday, me and my husband. And so the guy's like, oh, did you find everything okay? And I'm like, no, because y'all didn't have my wine. And I mean, he was super nice about it. And he was like, well, let me check. What wine was it? I was like, well, it's supposed to be here the 15th, on May 15th. And so he said, let me go check. And so, because originally before that, I had talked to them already and was like, hey, when are y'all going to get a refill on this? And they were like, oh, it'll be here May 15th. So like, I literally waited weeks for this, y'all, like weeks. Like I had a countdown on my phone of like when I was going to get this wine from Trader Joe's again. And so finally we went yesterday because yesterday was the day. And so we went and turns out they didn't have it because apparently it was like a failed shipment. So he's like, we're going to try again Wednesday. So apparently tomorrow's the day, but it won't be here until Friday. So Friday's the day. So if I'm unavailable on Friday, it's because I am like catching up on all the bottles of wine that from Trader Joe's.
Oh but my God.
We'll know why you silenced the notifications in the chat.
Yeah.
But I had to commend the Trader Joe's like return policy is phenomenal, because when one of the times we went and I really wanted my mango seco wine and they didn't have it, so I was like, okay, well there's like a wine below it and it says mango, and I'm like, okay, it's probably the same thing, but it's in a can, it's just a can version. Well, it wasn't. It tasted like coconut, and I just wasn't a fan. And so I returned it. It was like four cans to a package, whatever. So I got 2 packages. I don't know why I would buy 2 packages if I hadn't even tried this. But something in my gut told me, oh, let's get 2 packages. So I got 2 packages, only opened 1 can, was a total flop, did not like it, returned it to Trader Joe's, even the one that I opened. And they were like, oh, yeah, you can do a return. You can return the whole thing. So I was like, awesome. So yeah, they have this whole like, try before you buy, or like try and buy return policy, where basically like, if you didn't like it and you have your receipt, you can return the whole thing and get a full refund. So
why do I have this vision of Candice walking in like, you know who the F I am? Like, you really know who the F I am. I want this. I need this. I'm gonna get this.
If Candice wasn't so cool, people would look at her as like a Karen in that movie.
I know. Short Karen.
Short
Karen Jr.
Oh man, I just have that thing. I have that in my head already. Like, you know what, Candice, I need to get this raise at work, so I need you to walk into my boss's office and raise hell and make sure I get this promotion and stuff, please. Because it seems like Rock said, you walk into the SA Sports Hall of Fame and you're the queen of the whole thing because everybody knows you and all that, and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see it now. She walks into Trader Joe's and she probably has her own parking spot right up front. I feel like reserved for Candice Avila Garcia. I mean, it's got everything.
I feel like I can introduce Candice to one of my random friends and they would already know each other. She'd be like, oh, Jeff, how are you doing? Like, how's Samantha doing? I'm like, you two know each other?
Yeah, I feel like we're the only ones that didn't know her till, she came on Sweep the League. Well, good thing is we know her now, and she's on our side. She's a good friend of ours, and I know that when I walk into a Trader Joe's, I just got to say, hey, I'm good friends with Candice, and whatever you need. Here's a basket. Here's a bag. You want to pay for it? That's fine. If you don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, for Candice, for Rock, who we're hoping has a good night, knowing that Wemby is a Spur now. And for stats, it's Rudy Campos. Until we sweep the league again next week, we'll see you guys soon.
Oh, yeah.